Studio vlog. The hair's wild. I'm wild, hyped up on like 3 cups of caffeine already, and I haven't even made my way into the studio. So this is going to be interesting. Before we go inside, let me show you my outfit of the day. Okay, now I'm inside the studio and I have my artist apron on and my headphones. So I mean business now. I'm going to start painting and then I'll end up painting for like a few hours. Here I'm trying to finish up a commission. This is my palette. It's just like a plastic thingamajig that I recycled. I'm not super picky about palettes or paints or my materials, but I am working with oils, so this big blob of stuff here is actually liquid, and it's used to mix into the paints to speed up the drying process. So I got distracted and started working on another project. This is going to be my next painting. It's going to be a rose on this really skinny canvas. It's possible I'll change things up because I've never worked on a canvas this shape before and I'm kind of figuring things out as I go. Yeah, so I've made up my mind. I'm just going to gesso over some of my leaves and redraw them. This is gesso. It's a little bit different than regular paint because it's pretty thick and it has some texture to it. When you apply it to a canvas, it kind of acts as a primer, and it'll add a little bit of texture and help paint grip the canvas. In this case, I'm using it as a eraser of sorts. So I'm just going in with the gesso and covering up the drawing that I made on the canvas. And then when it dries, I will draw back in my new design. And now I'm preparing for an art lesson. My student's current work in progress is on the table, and it's a beautiful still life of fruit. I think it looks wonderful so far. Side note, this is what happens to your table after years of letting your young students write all over it and decorate it with graffiti. I just sold a painting, so this is the wall where my painting was. I'll show you a picture of what it looked like. Uh, I'm going to celebrate my mom's birthday tonight, so I had to change my outfit. Um, no more T-Rex. Should I do my model walk? My waddle walk. Outfit check. Ooh. And here's what I got. I did not eat it all. I only ate like half. My mom really wanted to try tempura cheesecake, so this is what we're eating right now. We're absolutely tearing it apart like animals. Okay, yeah, I'm back home. Um, I'm going to put on one of these masks. Um, oh, it's cold. It's so cold. The things I do to be beautiful. Um, mm, 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 mm. This whole day, I felt like I just couldn't concentrate. Trouble with my concentration, couldn't focus. I didn't feel like I got much done. I like it when I get into a flow state. And what I mean by flow state is when like I go hours on hours on hours without eating or drinking, and I can just concentrate on whatever I'm working on, like a painting, for that long, like nonstop, and I get so much accomplished, but I just was not in that flow state today. Um, and it sucks. So I wait for this to um, dry. Oh, I didn't do a very good job. Uh, I try to wind myself down because I have a hard time going to sleep sometimes. I've got some chamomile tea set off to the side. I'm editing this video, and let me just say I did not wind down. I stayed up till like 2 a.m. I've vlogged enough for today, haven't I? Originally, this was going to be more of a studio vlog, but it kind of turned into like my daily vlog. Maybe I should do more vlogs like this so I can kind of keep track of myself. I don't know. Anyway, day 2 at the studio. I've only had 1 cup of coffee today, so I should be able to concentrate a bit better. Also, before I begin, check out my shirt. It's BTS. I don't really listen to K-pop, so I don't know any of their names, but I do love me some K-dramas. All of my celebrity crushes are Korean actors. Of course, I forgot something. I always forget something right as I sit down at the easel. Okay, now I can finally begin painting. Nothing too crazy so far. I'm just putting down the colors that I need for this rose, which will be a lot of different shades of red. Okay, surprise, I'm starting to add purple into my red rose. The purple will be the highlight areas on the rose petals. The inspiration for this rose is the black Baccara rose. I'm not sure if I said the name right, but that's what it is. It's very cool looking. So I just kept painting for like maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours just on this rosebud. I decided to take a short break from painting to enjoy the fresh air because today is so nice and the next couple of days it's going to be rainy and I hate the rain. How do you like my hat? Maybe I'll show you some flowers around my studio. I don't know. Here's some tulips. More tulips. Flowers. My mom is more of the gardener, so she planted all of these flowers for springtime. I'm going to go back to painting now. I've got my tea. So this is the first layer of my oil painting. And what takes so long for oil paintings is that I like to paint in several layers. And in between each layer, I have to wait for the paint to dry. If I had chosen to do this in acrylic, the process would have been a lot quicker, but honestly, I prefer oil. It's a little bit more buttery and smooth, and I feel like it'll give a richer appearance for this painting. For the longest time, I was actually terrified of painting with oils because there are some chemicals involved, and I was convinced that I would catch something on fire. But for the most part, oil painting is pretty safe. This was what I was able to get done today. This is another side project that I'm working on. It's a crepe paper rose, and I plan on having a bunch of them so I can make like either a wall of roses or have like giant standing roses so that I can do like a little photo shoot area. I'm really excited. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this in the next couple of weeks. I don't know. It could be a month for all I know. I will definitely do an update. But anyway, I'm going to show you like the process that I go through of making these. Don't they look cool? I've got crepe paper. more crepe paper. This is going to take the whole roll. Scissors. Okay. So now I've got my rose petals. I'm going to save my scraps and just ball them up. Just ball it up. So I wrapped a wire around this ball. And from this, I'm going to form my rosebud. Yeah, I'm just going to take a petal. Wait, I've got to, I got to kind of stretch it out a little bit first. Anyway, what I do is I keep building on this, and eventually it'll become a rose like this. So stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. I'll make it work. Maybe it'll be more like this. I can still use it. Oh, it's hot. Hot, 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 hot. It's starting to look like a rose though. I decided to speed up this process because putting all the petals on the rose took around an hour. Yes, it's a lot more time consuming than you think, or maybe I'm just slow, I don't know. But anyway, this is the last thing that I'm doing today for the most part, and then I'm going to relax. I'm doing my self-care again. So, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, you've reached the end of my video. Oh, these things are always so cold. Oh my god. For all you know, I could be smearing paint all over my face and calling it my beauty routine. Thank you for watching this video. Yeah, I hope you liked it. This stuff is making my face tingle.